EKYOOTO MPANGO is a cultural festival showcasing Toro Kingdom's rich history and cultural heritage. The first edition of the festival took place in Fort Portal from 24th to 28th of November 2021. This edition exhibited innovations that emanate from the wider Rwenzori region, marketing businesses and investment opportunities in the region. It also provided a platform to engage in inclusive conversations on the integration of culture and communities in the tourism business ecosystem. His Majesty King Oyo invited dignitaries from other kingdoms, partners including UNDP and government officials for a royal tour which showcased the natural treasures of Toro that he fondly calls the jewel of the pearl. Some of the key guests on the royal tour included First Daughter Miss Diana Museveni, United Nations Resident Representative Miss Elsie Atafo, Minister of Tourism, Wildlife and Antiquities Honorable Tom Butime, and other royals and high-level delegates in the tourism sector.
So please enjoy your stay. We won't be here for very long. We are going to Semuliki National Park. Please, you're most welcome and thank you very much.
Absolutely.
Maybe should we say...
So our Vakazaro come. Kutuko is part of Toro. And of course we are honored with the people that are behind the important His Royal Majesty.
We are going to have these eggs boiled, and I can assure you that these eggs take between 6 to 10 minutes and they will be ready. This area, Your Royal Highness, is part of a bigger conservation area. It is part of Kibale Conservation Area that starts right from Kibale National Park. You come to Katonga Wildlife Reserve, you come to Toro Semuliki.
We work with about, I think it's 900 farmers now. We've had a really good uptake of indigenous trees with farmers.
I'm in the process of launching a model farm
Okay.
in one of the districts.
Okay, great.
So basically it's to inspire the young people, the importance of agriculture, the importance of farming. So we have several projects that we're doing.
Okay.
We're doing coffee, we're doing banana, we're doing fish farming, we're doing livestock, we're doing dairy, we're just me as individually, I'm a breeder.
With dairy cattle or with beef cattle or goats?
With dairy, with beef.
Okay.
So I breed for the communities.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Our main plan is success rates for survival. How many trees survive next season?
So how did you end up in Chaninga?
It came on the top of the list when I was reading all the guidebooks. Uganda always came out on top back in 2003. A lot of they're disappearing fast.
This species exists only in Uganda. I mean, the whole of the world, they're only in MPANGO.
Yeah,
How many are left?
10,000?
10,000.
Yeah.
10,000.
Yeah.
When did you procure them? When did you get them?
We got them 3 years ago, and they've been no problem at all.
He's a leader that starts with sovereignty, treating his people with... Hangiriza musajja wa toro, hangiriza entare ya toro. Hangiriza entare ya toro, rukira basaicha o mukama. Hangiriza mukuma mfunzi, bigere bisaka mungudo. Toro, Rukira Basaicha o Mukama, Hangirezo Mukuma Mfunzi, Bigere Bisaka Mungudo, Omukulembeze akusinga yobuto, Baitu, Mugezi muno, Nkaba mukaka, Baitu.
Be here with us, but wholeheartedly welcomes all of you to Kibale National Park.
Rukira basaicha o mukama, hangirezo mukuma mfunzi, bigere bisaka mungudo, hangirize ntare ya toro, rukira basaicha o mukama, hangirezo mukuma mfunzi.
So the name Kanyantale was derived from one of the hills in the forest here, which hill used to be a big grassland. Chimpanzees have got a social structure, or they have a hierarchy within the community. So always there is one alpha male who is the most dominant chimpanzee.
Saicha o mukama, hangirezo mukuma mfunzi, bigere bisaka mungudo, hangirize ntare ya toro.
Here at Kibale National Park, we normally close this very eventful ceremony by awarding certificates for those who have successfully tracked chimps. Some come, they reach here, they enjoy at here, Primate Lodge, and don't reach. And those ones we don't award them. We want everybody who comes to Kibale to actually track chimps and see them and be able to go and tell the story to the rest of the world.
Bigere bisaka mungudo, hangirize ntare ya toro, rukira basaicha o mukama, hangirize Uwezo mukuma mfunzi Bigere bisaka mungudo
Drop the bomber.
An important part of the royal tour was the launch of the Toro Kingdom Greening Initiative, which will see thousands of trees planted in Toro Kingdom. This was in partnership with Pet a Tree and National Forestry Authority. The opening ceremony highlighted the potential of local entrepreneurship and visions of the stakeholders to develop businesses.
Tulibawo Nzeire, tulibawo Mwisakika, tulibawo Sakazi Atanaganjura,
Gorobye Nzeire, Gorobye Mukuma Mfuzi, Gorobye Wamara, Otsangira Kutamba, Otsangire Nzeire, tulibawo Wamara, tulibawo Kutamba.
Your Majesty, Honorable Minister, culture and tourism are powerful global economic engines employing thousands, and we saw some today, supporting millions of livelihoods, and we saw some today, and fostering sustainable economic progress.
This festival is designed to showcase the best of the region and empower the communities to tap into the power of the tourist movement. This event was deliberately toned down because of the unprecedented impact caused by COVID-19.
I welcome all our visitors to Toro Kingdom, and I welcome you all to EKYOOTO MPANGO. Around EKYOOTO, children were nurtured, young adults were groomed, and those who aspired for leadership were guided. We are trying to revive this concept and let people know that they can move a boardroom meeting to around EKYOOTO like we are here today. This way, our traditional practices do not completely phase out. I am sure tour operators can start selling events around EKYOOTO. There is no reason why an American or Chinese or Ugandan corporate company cannot buy a package to Toro for their annual retreat and hold it while sitting around EKYOOTO and happily plan for the year ahead. I urge people to set up more EKYOOTO in their communities and homes. We should not let this practice die. We have widened the concept of EKYOOTO to include learning and skilling opportunities this year, especially for our youth who have been hit hard by the effects of the pandemic. As you all know, tourism and culture are top priorities in the Kingdom's vision of 2024. I thank all partners for your immense support. We look forward to your continued support for EKYOOTO MPANGO in the coming years.
The King and his delegation took time to visit each and every exhibition stall in the Business Expo and also officially launch the COVID-19 vaccination drive in partnership with Nile Breweries.
Today, you are launching the mass COVID-19 vaccination drive in your kingdom. But the whole week, announcements have been going through Drive-throughs have been happening in the major towns, Fort Portal City, Chenjejo, and other towns. And as you have been informed, 400 people today received their first jab. And 50 people received the second jab at Muchwa Health Center 3. We are grateful central government has provided the vaccines, and we have learned from His Excellency there are millions of vaccines in this country, and we don't want them to expire when they are not in the body of Ugandans, and yet Ugandans can get COVID and die. Most important, we request you to launch the mass vaccination campaign of COVID-19 in your kingdom.
The Royal Gala followed, premiering the documentary Rwenzori, Mountains of the Moon.
On behalf of the United Nations Development Program, UNDP, I'm pleased to warmly welcome you to the screening of the Mountains of the Moon documentary. In addition to their immense ecological, social, and cultural value, mountains are also a major tourist attraction. Mountains in the Rift Valley have long been attractive tourism destinations, with Mount Kilimanjaro attracting over 65,000 visitors a year. The success of Mount Kilimanjaro as a hiking destination suggests that there is much room for expanding this type of activity in Uganda.
Where 12 of us and all of us reach to the highest point of this country, which is Margarita Peak on Rwenzori Mountains. If I can do it, you can do it. And there's only one formula that I can give you, which I used, and it worked for me. 70% mental preparedness, 30% physical preparedness, and you are done. Thank you so much. And now I introduce you to the movie, Rwenzori, the Mountains of the Moon.
I'm feeling cold. I feel tired.
Adui wake. Adui yako.
It's believing in God that all things are possible.
The Kilembe Trail is a marvelous but challenging 82-kilometer hike that requires an 8-day trek with 6 days to the summit and 2 days of descent, depending on the weather conditions and the endurance of the hikers. Tiresome yet rewarding, this hike starts at 1,800 meters and culminates at an altitude of 5,109 meters on Mount Stanley, where the Margarita Peak is the highest point in Uganda and the third highest peak on the whole African continent after Kilimanjaro and Mount Kenya. All accommodation, paths, bridges, woodblocks, stairs and rope sections have been built over the years by the local community, who now serve as guides and porters. They provide incredible knowledge, assistance and safety on the way to the top and back down.
We are lucky to have this God-given gift as our backdrop. Every day we wake up and have such a beautiful view. I encourage people to visit and be amazing at the beautiful of this mountain. His Majesty will be tracking to the summit next year. And I am seriously considering joining him. I congratulate all of those who have tracked to the peak, and especially thank you, and especially thank Ugandans who have done this. We can only convince others to climb Rwenzori if Uganda do it first. The fashion show. One of the ways we express ourselves is through fashion. How and what we dress, our fashion has evolved through the years. One of the most iconic culture wears in Toro, masuka, worn by ladies. I think you saw beautiful girls here wearing masuka. The masuka, you wrap it around your soldier as long as they up to the ankles. It is something we must preserve jealously. Tulinde ekitiinisa kya Toro. I'm excited to see that Toro designers are coming out and shining on the national scene.
It is now time for the highlight of this event, which is the Jewel of the Pearl Fashion Showcase. Led by SKP Fashion, for the very first time in Fort Portal Tourism City, we will be witnessing the birth of a clothing line.
Drop the bomber.
gentlemen, the Pearl Adorned Collection by the one and only Sheba Kasami Priscilla. The headlining designer for this event tonight, SKP Clothing Line is the name of the brand.
The business clinics under the EKYOOTO MPANGO initiative have been tailored for the budding entrepreneur looking to grow by taking their business in a new direction, exploring new challenges, or requiring fresh eyes to help them succeed. The business clinics were focused on strengthening the existing entrepreneur ecosystem by offering support and guidance from seasoned experts for both our virtual and in-person attendees.
We're focusing a lot on promotion. We're focusing on capacity building, training. And this is one of the platforms that we are undertaking.
As a king, he was in the dirty water himself. You know, when you talk about people being actioned, this is what we're talking about.
Toro should actually be marketing itself across the world.
We've learned that we have to be very deliberate, very intentional, even in the smallest things.
Think about your children's or your grandchildren's education fees. You know, if you plant some hardwood, have a small section of hardwood now in your farm along your hedgerows, you're going to have some serious cash.
There's a few things that artists need, because these days you need to be more than an artist. You need to be a brand, and you're a business.
I would advise that you get a manager who can help with your career strategy. Someone who is always going to set foot ahead of you so that you find it a bit smooth to be creative.
Monetizing music, I think, in this day and age is actually the most straightforward that it's ever been.
These were in the fields of tourism, agribusiness and value addition, as well as clean energy production, creative arts, digital skills, investment and finance. EKYOOTO MPANGO presented a way for adventure sports to showcase the unique natural features of Fort Portal, its crater and lava-dammed lakes, hills, rivers, tea estates, and a lot more. The festival featured a 10-kilometer mini marathon, bike adventures, and an exciting corporate boating regatta.
We are going to win NBS.
We're going to have two races, and on each race there's going to be one member of the team together with an experienced member.
Eriata ate ne ligweri. Nenjagala ate ndidde kugulu njivuga omufatana n'angamba nedda. Ekintu kyawamu.
First runners up, ladies and gentlemen, Fun Cycle! Come on, guys, go play.
Back to the boat, it was full of water. I say, abori. Oh. Thank you for supporting this game. And I'm praying God that the next time at least I bring in some kickboxing, boxing. Yes.
And you come.
Yes. Thank you so much. I'm so much happy.
We're basically going down through the town, oversee the runners within the community, absolutely instills hope, defies security. It's a very good message of hope basically we're sending out today. An activation of sports, tourism and culture basically within the kingdom. So we are happy to be flagged off by you. We hope that we meet you at the Lake Saka. Now I'd like to wish our runners a safe run. Pace yourselves. It's not a sprint, it's a marathon. So when you're going at a certain speed, maintain it and make sure that you complete the race. It's not about how fast you run, it's about how long you can maintain that speed. So thank you all. Yes.
Bigere bisaka mungudo hangirize ntare ya toro rugira basaicha omukama hangirize omukuma mfunzi bigere bisaka mungudo abaisika baliokuwa bojo mwiche kunu abaisika baliokuwa mwiche kuno entare ya tore izire.
Category, the marathon, we have Yamukisha Focus. His time was 30 minutes, 15 seconds. Please come up quickly.
Entare ya tore izire. Entare ya tore izire.
To climax the festival, the king was entertained by talent from Toro Kingdom and visiting acts from all over the country.
weke sabu mani weke sabu nova kusige sabu noskaroli tapu kurugabule buna pengeranga sigara ni nyakomberanga sigara ni mbarabare baro ni tamatama sigara ni saba rohanga tune fetumge ndiamko mukama kama ulala lala nobody said you make a pasta shanga yo kurambura nibakwegomba toro wakasemeranga oyo rukina basakasemeranga Easy Chris abana toro nibaka kamatara kensenene nibamurikana ke karate kitaria tukafene
iwe nyangi ona izeni ndora twaro wanyu irembo kingule zaro mwanyu acharo bamanyiwe nyange
Ngurani ndora kazira manyunya ikire buju nyakaizikiwe 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 nyewe prali kwegoma nyakaizikiwe buju ijakunu iwe nyakaizikiwe buju nyakaizikiwe nyakaizikiwe
mama jabara 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 sinaba kwekana mama jabara rukundo yawe jabara mama jabara mama jekwe mama jabara mama
every day in the air pretty little girl I'm from the oh my way don't feel like I wear everybody knows that you're winning and I say you're my way hey hey hey
let's go pola pola baby Tanzania pola pola baby Tanzania pola. Thank you so much.
turn the volume up turn the volume up yeah no Charlie no man ya discalaba but we can dance sing them she a dance to a summit and and in a good mood she a dance it what's on her the girl left she a big party girl left from Uganda originally from Wakanda I'm a so I can get taller you know what I call when you're down the road keep moving when you're on up top but your plate ain't broken when you got walked out but you gotta keep moving when you're down and broken keep moving when you're on up top but your plate ain't broken when you got walked out but you gotta keep moving
from 0 to 100. He's the essence of life, mighty man of war. You're my everything. Come on. You can make it, you can do it, you can. Boliro kendo, no vakechi kende right. Entandi kwane komelero. Yeah. Anawandi kolukero taninda chamagero. It's all about you, begins with you. You can change it. I say you are beautiful. You are beautiful. You are beautiful. Just the way you are. Just the way you are. Just the way you are. Just the way.
Kuburungi bwoliko ekyo itango sati zangu obeera tonadda obulamu bwange nkumira omukwano hani nange nkumira omukwano mama nkumira okugone okwekyusa bibe jatobalabe yono bangi kulimbalimba basibesibwa settle down, settle down. Yeah, yeah. Spicy. Diana. Yeah. Guns and beers. You used to be the one for me. You used to be the one for me. Hey, I used to be the one for you. I used to be the one for you. That your mama kuleke.
Check it, yo, you befriended me, but it's late. The enemies of the game. So anybody thinking about enemy gotta wait. My enemy pop away. And you remedy your tendencies, Hennessy. All haters send me the other way. Offend me, you bluff away. My energy's up a grade. I'm on roll like Kennedy's other mate.
My baby, my diva, allow me to be your liver. And your love, you go give me fever. When you touch my body, baby, pour me water.